Now, here's the deal. Marriage is like, seriously, it's like a prison kind of thing. That is a lovely prison. Why? Because when you get married, it's like you get these handcuffs. Yes, now you're together. This is your husband, this is your wife. You're now together with handcuffs and you've no keys. You actually literally, both of you throw the keys before you get cuffed up together. And the only way to get the cuffs off, to remove these cuffs off, the only key is divorce. Hello my friends, how are you? Welcome to Paris's channel. Thank you for tuning in. I love you and thank you for lighting to me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for feedback. I appreciate each and every person who have subscribed and who have taken time to actually write to me and tell me, Paris, we love what you're doing, or Paris, no, you went too far, or Paris, I like all of it. I do. So thank you. Our topic today, again, you know what, lately I've been invited to so many weddings and it got me thinking, why do people get married? Why do we run to the altar to get married? Why? Here's my thinking. Here's what I found out when I speak to different people. And next time we speak, I want to hear from you too. Why did you get married? Why are you thinking of getting married? Why do you feel you must get married? Yes? I'm looking forward to hear that from you. Okay? But meanwhile, this is what I think. A lot of us get married for different reasons. Number one, some of us feel that if we get married, we'll get respect. So we go ahead and look for a partner that we think will actually make us get the respect we are so looking for. Others, we get married because we're looking for security. We feel like the only way we're going to achieve what we want, the kind of lifestyle we want, the kind of life we need or want, is through marriage. So we go ahead and look for that partner that we feel will give us the security we so deserve. Others actually get married for love. They just get crazy, madly in love, and they just cannot figure out why, and they just feel like, hey, I can't breathe without this person, so therefore the only thing now left to do is for us to get married so I can see them on a daily basis and get my drug on a daily basis. You know what I'm talking about? Others get married just to have babies. You know what? They want babies. They are in love with the idea of being a parent, and they know they can have a baby by themselves, and they don't want to get a baby by just anybody, a stranger for that matter. So therefore, they look for that baby mama or that baby daddy that they feel, whoa, this will give me the kind of child I want. They have the looks I want my baby to have. And so they go ahead and get married. You'll be surprised. Honestly, others get married because of pressure from the parents. When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna give us grandbabies? When? And so, even though they don't want to get married, they find themselves walking down the aisle and saying, I do till death do us part. Others get married because of society and religion. You know what I mean? You go to a church or you go to a mosque or you belong to certain religion, and now they're telling you you have to get married at a certain age. You should be getting married. You should be starting family. You should. And so in the should process, you find yourself getting married without knowing why in the first place you got married. Do you get the drift? I'm sure by now we are together here. So a lot of us, we find ourselves married and wondering, we wake up one day, maybe 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, and we ask ourselves, how did I get myself here? Why did I get married? And all of a sudden, you have no answers because it wasn't your choice. It wasn't your plan. It wasn't in your mind. Something else made you get married. And now, all of a sudden, you're wondering, do I want to stay married? Do I? Now, here's the deal. Marriage is like, seriously, it's like a prison kind of thing. That is a lovely prison. Why? Because when you get married, it's like you get these handcuffs. Yes? Now you're together. This is your husband. This is your wife. You're now together with handcuffs and you've no keys. You actually literally, both of you throw the keys before you get cuffed up together. And the only way to get the cuffs off, to remove these cuffs off, the only key is divorce. Yeah, I said it. There is no any other way. Once the cuffs are on, the only way to remove them is divorce. And it's a very expensive key. May I add? That key is very expensive. So, why am I saying this? By the way, I'm married. I am married 24 years and counting. But here's the thing. Are we all happily married? Why do we choose to stay married? Really, that's for you to figure out. But I am talking to that person who is learning to the altar and saying, I do until death do part. I've gone to so many weddings, and that's why I had to do this video. And sometimes I look at the people who are saying the vows. You can almost see in their faces that they're not even sure why they're studying there. Others, they look scared. They look like, wow, it's like they were scared there to to go get married. So my advice is, before you say I do till death do us part, like we've just established together that marriage is like handcuffs, that the only key to remove it would be divorce. Think hard, think twice, think again and again and again. Know your why. Know your why you're getting married. Don't be forced to get married if you don't want to, because you will then have very miserable life. You'll be so unhappy. You'll be crying every day to sleep. And worst, you'll be living with a stranger because, okay, I know there's some people who have arranged marriage, and that's okay. That's different culture. I'm not talking about that, because they say actually most actually successful marriage are arranged marriage, believe it or not. So there's something good maybe about that one too. But what I'm talking about here is you as an individual who's not yet married. You gotta think twice. You really need to understand why you're getting married and your reason why. Like I just established, I didn't even say so many. There are so many reasons. If I was to write a list right now, my goodness, it perhaps will come up to 20, 30 reasons why people get married. But I just quoted a few that I think a lot of people make the mistake of walking down the aisle because of that, without actually considering this is a lifetime commitment. Once you say I do, it is I do. Because not unless you want to get divorced, there's no other alternative. So think about that. I just had to share this. And for you young lady, for you young boy who is thinking, oh my God, the only way to be happy is to be married. The only way I'll be full is to be married. I love this feeling. I love how he make me feel. What will happen when the feelings go? What will happen if tomorrow he's not feeling you? Have you thought about that? That's what I think. Till next time, let's continue talking. Subscribe. I love you. Mwah.